Hi, Jim Connor here at Game Changer Silicon Valley. We're back at the RSA conference. I'm here with Joseph Carson from Thycotic. And I've had a conversation with Joseph about all the issues going on with personal security, corporate networks, and he's got some great insights, I think. I'm going to have you elaborate a little bit about how you personally protect yourself through mechanisms to keep your passwords, shall we say, very high security oriented, very difficult to emulate.
Absolutely. I'd like to start just getting a little bit of a kind of recap of last year. So one of the things I did a bit of research into trying to understand about passwords themselves. So passwords are a very important security control that we use today and we consistently use. One of those areas that I wanted to find out is there's always been these sightings that passwords are dead. The future passwords will actually be gone in the future. And that was even cited back here in RSA in 2004 by Bill Gates. It was also recited again by IBM in 2011. So I decided to do a bit of research to find out, are passwords dead and are they being replaced by another technology? And actually what I found was that passwords are absolutely not dead. They're growing significantly and remain to be one of the most critical security controls for many personal people and also companies as well, organizations and governments. I looked at things like biometrics, will they replace them? And absolutely not. Biometrics are complementary because of things like fingerprints. Once they're actually compromised, you can never replace them. You can't change your fingerprint. So those are some of the things that I looked at. And I actually have a prediction that by 2020, password growth will hit by about 300 billion, where in 2016 it's around 90 billion.
So you've undertaken a series of steps by having multiple digital identities, that being multiple emails that you've employed. Maybe you can give our audience an overview of what that strategy was. Sure.
So some of the things, a lot of questions I get asked on a daily basis is what do I do to protect myself? And some of the things I do, in a way, I'm probably the extreme side of securing myself and kind of my personal life. But some of the things I do is I have multiple identities. I de-risk myself. I have multiple email accounts that are used for various different things. So therefore, if ever one email account is compromised, not everything is actually lost. I have de-risked that.
You use that popular program, which I also use, called 1Password. We're not necessarily giving any promotional or commercial endorsement, but it's a great tool for allowing you to have multiple vaults. That's like a safe vault to store these in different segments or different silos. Are there any other tools besides 1Password you might recommend?
So what I've been using for my personal life, I'm using 1Password, which allows me to keep multiple vaults and keep them in different synchronizations and also different elements of security. And then for my daily work life, I use Thycotic, which has a privileged account password management solution that keeps my corporate passwords secure and safe as well. There's a big issue around data privacy and security, and a lot of the problems we have today is people don't relate breaches to actually the cost that it actually impacts themselves. And until we actually make that association or make that gap change, then people will continue to not take cyber hygiene very seriously. They will continue to be breached and continue to have less secure practices. Everyone has the ability to actually do simple steps and simple things to make themselves more secure. Making sure that, of course, using a password management solution that helps you not have to remember all the passwords. It means that we hit cyber fatigue and cyber password fatigue after 5 passwords. So, like myself, where I've got more than 400, I would be very fatigued right now. Yeah. And the only way I can do that is actually using a solution that helps me simplify that, where I don't need to remember, I don't need to create. I can look at a report, I know when I need to change them, when something is breached externally. So we should get into a practice of really good cyber hygiene, having a good understanding, and then making simple changes. These are not massive changes that will actually make the difference between de-risking yourself and actually making your daily life more secure.
Well, this has been very insightful. I really enjoyed the conversation with you. Let's give your contact information out to anybody that might be interested in following up.
Sure, absolutely. My name's Joseph Carson. My email is joseph.carson@thycotic.com.
Joseph, I want to thank you very much. I've enjoyed the insights and your time, and I wish you every success going forward.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a pleasure.